Welcome to Gamersledge Podcast, the weekly podcast about video games with news, reviews, analysis, and opinion. Keeping you up to date on how to wisely spend your money for video games, movies, RPGs, comics, books, and more for over 16 years. Find us online at Gamersledge.com. And now, your hosts.
Hello and welcome to Gamersledge Podcast. Come on in, sit down, relax, have yourself a delicious Propel workout water. This week's podcast sponsored by Propel Workout Water, the only workout water that when you cough while you drink it, it sets your mucous membrane on fire as if you drank napalm. Sit down and relax. It's a conversation.
Actually, it's only the grape one that does that. The black cherry one is very smooth.
Yeah, well, trust me, this is the grape one, so that's what I did.
Yeah.
Sit down, relax. It's a conversation between friends. A look at what it means to be a hardcore gamer, and a look at the video gaming industry. I, of course, am joined by our Black Cherry commentator, Dave.
Nice.
And also joining us from the other Great White North, I have yet to determine if that's pork or what, because it sounds like the other white meat. But Matt!
Matt, hi, me. How do you?
I literally just stepped off a plane and drove my little heart out to get here on time, and we're not on time. So hooray. So, lots to talk about this week. Let's start by what we've been doing, and since our biggest number one fan and paying contributor on our Patreon has requested it, we will spend some time, even though this is not Video Veg, we will spend some time talking about the travesty that is Batman vs. Superman trailer.
Wait, did the email say not to talk about it, or we had to talk about it?
Had to.
That was, he wanted a 2-hour podcast of just griping about the trailer.
Yeah, we're not going to do that.
Well, he is paying.
But we do have quite a bit to say about it.
He's keeping the lights on.
We'll get to that in a minute. So first, Dave, I know for a fact because I keep sending you talking invites, which you never accept, that you've been playing more Rocket. What was it? No.
Jetpack Joyride. He
Jetpack Joyride,
100%ed all the trophies, and he's still playing the game.
No, because there's apparently still stuff to unlock.
Oh, you have unlocks.
Okay. Yeah, so you have to play every day, and you get the, the SAM machine.
You cannot rag on me for playing mobile games anymore. Anymore. No.
No, but I can rag on you for paying money to those things.
Yeah, well, I've not been doing that, so that's all right.
Well, you always say that after you do it.
Well, I did it, and then I stopped, and now I'm playing it for free, and it's okay.
See, I've never actually paid money into this, so.
Which you can do. It does support it.
You can do it, but I am taking the long, grindy route. Yeah, it's just one of those, it's like right before I go to bed, I play it for a couple minutes, get my daily bonus out of it, and that's that. Unfortunately, that's all I had a chance to play this week. Oh, actually, no. I picked up my 2DS, and it had Kirby, the last Kirby game was in there. So I've been playing through that. I love classic Kirby games. They're really fun. It has like a little Street Fighter Kirby in it. It's awesome. So those are the two things I was playing this week that I was able to get in. And Armada came out. I started reading that, which we can say that's video game related because it is.
Kind of like the way that Ready Player One is video game related.
This is maybe even more so.
Wow,
they have some. There's a lot of stuff in there that's kind of neat so far.
Which series is that?
What series?
Yeah.
That's not so much a series. It's a standalone book.
Okay.
Ready Player One. You remember that one, right?
Well, I haven't read it, but I'm aware of it. Yes.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how he manages to.
How did you just finally read Snow Crash? I mean, same difference.
He's got you there, pal.
Except that I actually read them when people say they're good, and I should read them.
Well, I will read it, just not.
Wait, in like 6 years?
Before I die.
In 6 years?
Ouch!
He's
Practically a farmer. He's in great shape.
Practically. I do have steers catty corner from my house, so.
I didn't know they allowed emo farmers.
Well,
you just farm
it's easier
all
to
day?
mess the cuts. It's easier to mess the cuts because you go out and work on the machinery for a while.
Right, they're not cuts, they're hoes, right?
So Armada is basically the follow-up book to Ready Player One.
Okay.
Oh, is this by the same guy?
It's by the same guy.
Oh, I didn't realize that came out. I've been waiting.
It came out on the 14th.
Oh, shoot, I gotta go pick it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I read some snippets about him writing that book, and I was super enthused about it, so yeah.
It's fun because he goes into the whole Polybius thing as a part of it.
Nice.
Do you guys know about that?
No.
It's an urban legend video game. There was allegedly in I forget exactly where it was, like some Illinois arcade or something like that. The rumor is, the urban legend is that this was a total government Black Ops experiment, that they put this game in there, and it apparently had all kinds of subliminal stuff or whatever people play, and it affected people, and they were studying its effects on people and how to manipulate or whatever. It was just one of those weird government conspiracy things out there. But you see it pop up from time to time and all kinds of fun stuff. Like it was in the background of a Simpsons episode. It was there was another thing that it was mentioned in a couple of different places. But it's an urban legend. It's one of those things that didn't really happen. There's no proof of it, but every once in a while it pops up and everything, and it kind of intertwines that in a part of the book and everything. So it's kind of neat, how it's going. I like the way it's going.
Okay. Let's see. Anything else did you play or do?
No, I'm looking to try and get back into Batman. Hopefully I can get some time tomorrow and start playing that again.
Let's see. I am going to go next. So what did I do? I played Gwent Simulator 2015 some more. A lot, actually, over the last couple days. That game is... I don't see the end of the tunnel. That's what scares me. Is I keep going to places to whittle off my quest list, and I end up with more markers on my map and more items in my quest list. And so now it's about managing the quests that are the lowest level to get them done and out of my thing, and I'm just adding more higher level quests as I finish them.
So you are doing something besides playing Gwent?
No, I am. I have been doing both. Gwent is the highlight and the main reason to play, but then I do the other quests as well to kind of take care of those. I played a grip of, you're going to have to help me with the name, Rocket
League.
Rocket League. Oh my god, Rocket League is amazing. Turo.
Yeah, what is this?
Okay, so Turo.
RC car soccer.
Turo.
Yeah.
Turo.
Yeah.
You can't hear me. Okay,
No.
Turo.
Yeah.
Did you download Rocket League for the PS4?
No, should I do that right now?
Why are you not downloading your free PlayStation Plus games?
I do it, and then when I turn it on, it pops up. But I do it on my phone.
Okay, yes. Well, you need to download Rocket League. So what it is
Okay.
it's not remote control cars, really.
Yeah, they control pretty much like RC cars.
Yeah, I guess, sort of. But it is soccer with cars. And it makes me believe that real soccer needs to be played with real cars. Because this game is hella fun.
So the ball would be 2 stories tall?
Yes, yes, that is exactly correct.
Demolition Derby?
Demolition Derby Soccer, that is exactly
That's
what
it.
the game is.
Demolition Derby Soccer. Okay,
That is
I'm
what
on
this
board.
game is. And Griff and I, last night, John and I played for 4 hours, I think.
Yeah.
And we were hooting and hollering, and it was a good old time. It's got Burnout driving mechanics
Oh, what?
mixed with...
What?
Yeah, it's got the boost kind of Burnout speed and feel when you get going
Well, and
fast.
speed, yeah, okay. I'll say not okay. Yes, is there a speed illusion similar to Burnout? Yes, okay, I'll give you that. It doesn't play like Burnout at all, though.
He
It
didn't say
does
that.
with the power slide a little bit, but I mean, it's just kind of some of the driving mechanics from Burnout are there, including the speed. I wouldn't say that it's a driving simulator or anything like that. It's very arcadey feel.
Oh, Burnout Demolition Derby Soccer. Got it.
Yeah, kind of. And you can
Sorta.
play 1 versus 1, 2 versus 2, or 3 versus 3 matches. And it has a season mode if you would just want to play by yourself and have 2 computer-controlled AI characters. The AI is good except when it's not. And sometimes in order to try to save the ball, it will get behind the ball and push it right into your goal. But most of the time it does not
that's
do
nice.
that. Yeah, most of the time it does not do that. And it's a lot of fun to play versus each other, but it's more fun to play with. So I really want to get like all of us together to play this.
That'd be awesome. I'm down Friday.
Okay, I'm down like clown, Charlie Brown. So yeah, Rocket League. The graphics are fine. You don't notice a lot of slowdown if there is any. It lets you drive on walls and sometimes ceilings for a little while, which can be a little disorienting, especially when you're looking at the ball the whole time. But other than that, I mean, really, it's pretty solid. I'm really enjoying it. I think it makes soccer way more interesting, and you should play it, especially since it's free on PS Plus. So, I also downloaded the demo for a couple other games, and I will try those out this weekend. And I'm almost done with Snow Crash, and that's it. Taro, what'd you do?
Batman, 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 Batman. And it'll be all day Batman on Friday, because I'm off that day.
What about Batman?
No, not Batman. And not Batman either.
What about Man
But-
Bat?
I saw him a few times. He's scary. Scary. But I did not play Man-Bat, but Batman.
Did Man Bat play you?
Maybe.
For a fool!
You knew what I was doing all along. Give me your blood, Man-Bat. Give me your blood.
Matt,
That's what I say when I chase him.
how about you?
Oh, played some Arkham Knight, about 40, I think 48, 49% through the story, main story, and random amounts through the rest of it. Still puddling through FFRK. I had been working through the Elite Dungeon for the Cecil Dungeon, and I finally got to the point where, yep, I can't auto it anymore, so I'm not going to continue to do that. Not to mention they've released way more regular story dungeons than I've had a chance to try to keep up with. So there's that. Like I said, Arkham Knight continues to be great. Yeah, there are parts where the Batmobile gets annoying, but
What?
it does get annoying. Not the Batmobile itself, but
The left trigger not being brake. Are we going to start this again?
No,
the
it's just like
forced
okay,
inclusion of using it to solve puzzles?
yeah, like there's certain parts where like I think Joe mentioned the other night, there's this one submission where you've got to chase down this APC, and there's several of them, and because you get Wayne Tech tokens from doing side quests also in this game, not just from leveling up, and there is a grip of things that need all kinds of Wayne Tech tokens to upgrade. So to upgrade all your stuff, you need to do these side quests. And this APC is somehow able to corner better, be faster than, and make impossible maneuvers that you can't even do in the Batmobile. So it's stuff like that. When it gets cheap, when it works well and they've set it up well and they've balanced it well, it's fine. When they start to get into the cheap areas, that's when it gets really frustrating. I finished episode 3 from Tales of the Borderland. So I've got that done. Tale from the Borderlands. Again, having not played any other Borderlands game, I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying the world. I'm enjoying the setup and the characters. See, what else? I'm watching Game of Thrones so that I can play Game of Thrones. because I got further in the storyline in the game than I'd been in the show. So we got just before the cast here, we finished episode 1 of season 5. So be able to
You're hammered through that show.
be able to get back into the game here pretty quick. And then I did fire up Ether 1, that free game that came out, like 3 months ago, that all of us were really super interested in, and none of us got a chance to play. I don't know if it's as weird as it seemed like it was, or if I was just that tired, or some combination of the both. But it's weird. It's an indie first-person game, so it's got that kind of.
Oh wait, is that the one where you're in the laboratory and there's the red doors and you gotta find the? I think I started this as well.
You gotta find the lady talking to you over the radio.
I made it at least that far. Yes.
Okay, I got to the room where I was supposed to go, and I did the first thing I was supposed to do, and then I kind of fell asleep at the controller, so I didn't go any further. So I got to do it again. It was interesting enough to keep trying, but it didn't blow me out of the water either. Had kind of a Myst meets VR5 feel to it, so it was weird. But give that a go again. I did play a little more Drive Club. And most of my time the last week actually has been devoted to pounding through Game of Thrones. So,
Nick, how about you? What did you do this last week?
Okay, not a whole lot. Hi, by the way. So, Final Fantasy Record Keeper pulled another 5-star.
What'd you get?
Golden Spear.
Oh, congrats.
Yeah, not that good. I don't know what it is. I'm comparing Final Fantasy Record Keeper to Destiny. I get good stuff, just not the really good stuff. Like, I just friended somebody who has the devotion staff or whatever it is, the staff that lets you revive one of your teammates for free. So I friended him because I'm like, that's important. So now I have revive and I don't have revive. Yay. I was finally able to make Quake for the first time. Destroys everything.
And if you have the Black Mage's record material, it recharges every round.
Well, yeah, I have the White Mage's record materia, so.
You should level up the Black Mage.
I probably should, yeah. I have Tyrant of 50, whatever.
Yeah.
So, anyway, Cecil's level 51, so I'm starting to get people at 50s. Other than that, I've been playing a few Vita games, specifically the Mousecraft, Geometry Wars. I got 500,000 points on the first level, Matt. So
yeah, I noticed that, and I want to hate you a lot.
Oh, actually, I played those 2 games too.
You need the only way I figured out how to do it was I have the little collect extra guy, and then I went back to the first level and I just kill everything, and he goes around and gets me multipliers.
Okay, I figured it's got to be something you got to come back later for. So
yeah, you do. Otherwise, there's no way in hell. But I played Geometry Wars, played Mousecraft, and played Entwined. I got through the story once. I finished every level as the dragon, and I didn't get the achievement, so I'm a little pissed. But I'm not that good at the game anyway. Let's see. Mousecraft was interesting, but it's not my type of game. Geometry Wars, I'm really liking. Really liking. Fun game. Played a little bit of Destiny, not a whole lot. I'm trying to get my final triumph, but I can't get a good team together. I just need to beat Skolas. And everybody's like, oh, you don't have a Gjallarhorn? I'm like, no, Destiny hates me. So, I have every other exotic. But, freaking Gjallarhorn. Played Borderlands because why not? Handsome Collection. Pre-sequel. Super fun. And... is that it? Yeah, I just got the bit of something out for everybody. The Humble Bundle out right now is a Game Maker's Humble Bundle. So, $12 you get a whole bunch of stuff.
I still have it all and I've not even touched it.
I'm going to download it probably tomorrow.
So that also reminds me that I totally forgot that I actually picked up another game and beat it. Dragon Ball Z, what's that new one called?
Xenoverse?
Xenoverse, yes. I thought I was going to think it was an okay game. I actually really like it. It's a lot of fun. Instead of telling you the story for the 19th time in a row, what they do instead is they try and frame it as you have been plucked from your own universe by Trunks because he's a super self-centered dickhead, the future Trunks, to help you defend time. This is basically the journeyman project of Dragon Ball Z. And so you are time cops, temporal police agents, who, when things have gone wrong in the past, you step in to make them right so that the Omni turns green and you can return to your place at the end of time. Have I mixed enough time travel metaphors? Yeah, the game does it pretty well. Anyways,
I just watched Time Cop recently, like for the first time.
yeah.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, so you get to create your own character for the first time, and the interesting thing in the game is that you go around training under the people you want to learn their attacks from, and as you level up, they teach them to you. So the first trainer you get is, of course, Krillin, and I out-leveled him super quick because who doesn't in that anime besides Yamcha? Suck it, Yamcha. Anyways, but yes, you go around and you collect and you level up, and the interesting thing is that you have a chance to get a bunch of different things when you do these special missions, which means you may not get it the first time, may need to play it over again, but you keep getting stronger and stronger. I thought it was a lot of fun. You can go Super Saiyan level 2 for sure. I was level 48. I don't know what the maximum level is, but I did not train under everyone that was available to me, but I did beat the story side of the game. And you can play with friends online. It's a lot of fun. I really liked it. Thought it was a lot of... The camera is not the best, but it's never been the best in those games. But a lot of frenetic fighting action, and it doesn't penalize you a lot of the times for not knowing what the hell's going on. It tries to help you out in that area. So, a lot of fun. I liked it.
He said penal.
I did. So, Gamersledge gives Dragon Ball Xenoverse a 7.5 out of 10. I think it's money well spent. You're going to have a lot of... if you like those kinds of fighting games, then you will like this game a lot. And you'll get a lot of time logged into it. So, there's that. So I'm sure everybody saw that the president and CEO of Nintendo Japan, Mr. Iwata, passed away last week without any warning or any indication that he was sick again. He's been fighting cancer for a while, but seemed like he had managed to find his way back, but apparently not. So the Nintendo Direct event that we had at E3 was his last public appearance. Where do we think that this leaves Nintendo? How do they move forward from here? They've been under intense stockholder pressure to change their business model. The plans for the NX are baking, but not revealed. It looks like Miyamoto and one other person is stepping in to kind of temporarily fill the CEO position, but Miyamoto has went on the record saying he does not want to be the CEO. He wants to be in charge of game development, etc. Where does this leave Nintendo, and where do they go from here?
Well, they're going to find somebody to fill the void and go from there. Yeah, that's about all we can say.
That's not true at all.
Well, it's on a business end of it, that's what they're going to do. I mean, no, you can't replace him as a person. You can't replace him. But, I mean, from a business aspect of it, I mean, it's a business.
Right, but the conversation that I'm kind of trying to tease out here is that Iwata was a game designer who was promoted to CEO. He
Yes.
was a gamer-centric and gamer-friendly.
He was a gamer at heart that worked his way up.
Correct,
Yes.
and brought that perspective to the business side.
Mm-hmm.
With the intense stockholder pressure to change their business model, do we think we will see them go a different route now, or will we get someone that is gamer-centric? Because Xbox had this exact same problem until they brought in Phil Spencer.
I think you're probably going to see that because there's there's a void right now, and usually in situations where there is a certain amount of like void in there, people will. I don't want to say take advantage of that because I mean the stockholders, the board, they have to do what they feel is right. So they're going to, like you said, it's a business. They're going to treat it as such and try and fill the void with someone they think is going to, or they're going to push, for that to happen. And since they technically do have the control to do that, and they should. It's just curious as to who is going to be. Are they going to do another thing where they promote from within, or are they going to bring in somebody from the outside?
Well, or are they going to bring someone from the inside from a different segment of the company? I mean, the combination of game developer and someone who can be a competent CEO, I'm guessing is probably a pretty rare combination.
Mm-hmm.
Rarely do you get someone who's got a passion and a strength for building and developing thing that also has the same skill sets to be an effective CEO. So, that's that whole promotion out of the job you love to do. So many companies do that. They'll try to, someone will be successful in an area and they'll try to promote them to another area, and they lots of times fail and end up falling back to the area they were in before because they don't have, I've heard it referred to as the Peter principle. I don't know if that's common terminology or not.
Nice.
But I would say they're probably going to look at someone who's a more business-minded person this time. I would expect them to be looking to promote possibly from within their financial division, someone who's got more of a business focus. And since they have been, for so long, they were riding high on the hog and making money left and right, and since that is no longer the case, my guess is that they will either look outside for a game-related person and try to bring them in to infuse the ideas of whatever industry that person comes from, or they'll look for someone from a more fiscal side of the company to try to step up. Not to mention, if you're going to give people the option, people like me, most people like Miyamoto or someone of that genre of person is going to not choose to be a CEO because that's not what they want to do.
I don't think that's what anybody else would want them to do either. I mean, it's a terrible idea to sit there and say like, oh, Miyamoto's great at designing games and everything. He's a great, Imagineer basically, for a company. Let's make him do like all the business end stuff and crunch numbers all day. It'll kill him.
Right.
So
and they killed Nintendo too. So
yeah, exactly. It's two totally different skill sets, and it's totally fine to get somebody from the outside to do that. And you'll probably see, I really think they should have been doing that for years now, because that would have taken the heat off a lot of people. Like, let somebody do the boring stuff, and then these guys create on doing, the important stuff. If they were, doing that a while ago, I don't think we would have seen the Wii U mess the way it is. Just an opinion.
I have to. I've seen a lot of speculation online, people saying, well, are they going to promote Reggie? And my gut reaction is no, they're of course not going to promote Reggie.
Yeah, I don't see that happening.
Reggie is, first of all, I hate to say it like this, but there's no other way to say it. He's Gaijin. I mean, he's not Japanese, so he would not be the choice to take over the Japanese mothership. He is perfect for what he does, which is the Nintendo of America publishing and coordination side of things. But I don't see him going to Japan to take on that role in any way, shape, or form. Nor would he be a choice by the board members, in my mind. I'd be interested to see if they promote from within, but no one stands out in my mind as someone that would be promotable from within. So yeah, I think it's gonna be interesting to watch and see where they go from here. But you know, a loss for the entire gaming industry because he was one of the genuine agents of change for the industry based on where he was coming from as taking on the business roles in Nintendo. So the other thing that we need to discuss that's just as heartbreaking and one of the worst things to come out of last week's news was the Batman vs Superman trailer.
Yeah. Still haven't seen it, and I'm guessing that's for better.
So I'll let somebody else start, and then I'll go.
It's not that bad.
Oh, okay. Here's the thing. If they had called this Super Dick Alien and Dark Emo Human Guy, it would be a great movie.
I think I saw that last night. I gave it 3 stars.
I mean, I get that they're going for, okay, this is its own universe, this is its own world, and dark and brooding and whatever is, I don't know, is that still the thing, or is it kind of, are we getting beyond that? I don't even know anymore.
You know, this is so weird because we are now how many years into the superhero cycle? How many years since we got
2008?
Iron Man?
Iron Man, wasn't it?
Okay, so 2008. If you read the comic books, DC is the faith-filled, things are going to be brighter, things are better.
Ooh, child, things are going to get easier.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
And Marvel is the, like, last place you would want to live. It is.
They literally just destroyed the entire universe.
Yeah, I mean, Marvel has been. I mean, before they did that, Marvel has been like you would not want to live in that world at all because everything sucks and it's not going to get better. It's going to get worse, and now it has gotten even worse. And it's like
basically since Avengers Disassembled, that is completely true.
Yeah, and
which was how long ago? 2002.
2002. Yeah.
Wow.
And the crazy part about this is that somehow Marvel has found a way to tell those happy and hope-filled stories on the big screen, and DC has somehow. I mean, so it's completely opposite of the books. And I'm like, what are you guys doing? I mean, Marvel's change was at least a change for the better. It at least still respected the characters, except for Fantastic Four, which we won't talk about.
Well, and that's not Marvel.
Well, that's a whole nother discussion.
Yeah,
Hey, we don't know yet. It could just be a bad couple trailers.
When every
Workshop
trailer
needs
is a
to be
bad
fired.
trailer, you need to have a discussion.
Hey, it's hard to come on.
Oh god, you kicked him. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
He wasn't being that much of a dick.
He said it could be good. I'm just sitting back. I will tell him that.
he's gonna be mad.
He was
Mad.
edited by the internet.
Yeah, we'll just blame that. We'll just be like, what happened?
Yes, he was voted off the island by our viewers.
Our viewer, you mean?
Yes. But no, as soon as he comes back. If he comes back.
He comes back.
So yeah.
Dave came back.
Yeah, so it's not a matter of they have lost the essence of all of these characters.
Right. I mean, and I think that's the thing. You know, it's even in Red Sun. You know, yes, that wasn't the Superman we know, but there was still essence of the character there in the way that he supported the world that he was in and the world the way it was. Yeah, okay, but that emblem on his chest means hope. He should just rip it off and throw it away because there isn't any.
Is it? See, here's what. Did they make Superman not like people again? Because that's what pisses me off the most.
I mean,
Well,
but the-
when his
the speech
mom
with
is
his
telling,
mom is like, you don't owe anything to these people. He's like, you're right.
He basically, Ma Kent stands there and tells him, humans, F them all.
yeah,
So
that's
that's-
really it. That's literally in the trailer. Like, we're not making that up.
But Superman considers humans above himself even.
Yeah, no.
This one.
Not this one. This
Yeah.
one's like, this one's mom is like, yeah, screw the humans. You don't know anything.
Find out it's gonna be his mom's a bad guy of some sort. They're gonna twist the
No.
whole universe. Yeah, they're gonna twist the
Martha
whole
Kent's
universe.
actually Brainiac.
Boom. See, that makes perfect sense for what's going on right now.
Yeah, because this happened in another Superman one. Which one was it? One of the Superman ones. I think it was Man of Steel.
Wait. So good. I'm not the only one. This is Man of Steel too.
Yeah, okay, good. Because it's in Man of Steel, he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna take out a building." Meh.
Yeah,
I don't care if there's 12
See,
people in it.
I had somehow also not understood that this was a direct sequel to Man of Steel, a movie I hated.
Yes.
Yeah, and when I saw Man of Steel, I was like, "Ooh, these are cool graphics." And my fiance's like, "This isn't Superman." What are you talking about? She's like, "It's not Superman. He just destroyed a building and didn't care about who was in it. That's not Superman. Superman cares more about people than himself."
Superman would have gone through that whole building before it even collapsed and tried to save everybody.
Yeah, Superman would have gone through the building before he even throw the supervillain through the building.
I'm almost so glad they acknowledged that in this trailer, or the trailer that we saw, because that was like the biggest thing everyone was complaining about. Well, one of the biggest things in Man of Steel was he just killed everybody. What Metropolis did he save if he destroyed all of it fighting one guy when he could have been like, "Hey, I'll meet you over here," or "Hey, let's go to space and fight."
Or he could have just ran to space and had him chase him.
Yes.
Boom! Instead of let's fight around this whole area that's full of people. I'm gonna save Metropolis if I don't halfway destroy it. And the trailer acknowledged it. The trailer was like, Bruce is all like, "Superman, you dick." I was like, that's his point of view was the audience. Like, what are you doing? I thought you were our savior, and you're just destroying and letting bad guys destroy all of this and not doing anything.
Well, ultimately, I think that's what they're actually going for. I think that's the goal. Is the Batman's supposed to be the empathy character, the character that you're supposed to relate to, because here's this alien god thing that came through and caused all this destruction, and now still has all this power and all this influence. And you're gonna take him down, man, because
did they know this repercussion was gonna come from the audience to make something of it? Did they make the movie and not think, "Oh, we destroyed half of Metropolis, or 3/4, or almost all of it"?
Well, but it's a new
The audience will know.
You're Superman.
He's so angry. How can he be so angry with that pomp? I mean, come on.
Well, what was one of the cinema sins, and I have not seen Man of Steel, full disclosure. I actually tried to watch it the other weekend, and none of the streaming services I have it for free. So I'm not paying money for it. So
you can borrow it from...
Yeah, I haven't gotten to that point.
Okay.
That's more work than it's worth at this point.
Oh.
But, I think it was one of the cinema sins thing that said... basically had the how to fix Man of Steel, and basically, he flies out into space, meets the Armada, and over. It was.
Or he goes and talks to his dad and be like, "Hey, this guy just showed up. His name's Zod," and he's like, "Oh, do this."
Yeah,
that's
that same one. Yeah, and yeah.
Instead of being like, "How do I defeat him?" Be like, no, he's like, "I think I'm gonna go and talk to my dad, find out exactly who this guy is and his history, and then find out exactly what his weaknesses are." That was. I was like, "Oh, yeah, movie fixed." Instead of killing everybody. Oh, wow, we are ranting on this trailer hard.
Well, that's the thing is, I haven't seen the only good Superman I've seen recently is Smallville, and I've seen all of it.
I really like Superman 64. That was a good game. Good story.
They're making another Superman game apparently.
Yeah. A free range or
open world sandbox.
Open world. Thank you.
Yeah, they tried that for Superman Returns. That didn't turn out so well.
No. It's the same two things over and over again. What else do people want? I thought there
was the balloons from Spider-Man all over again.
Oh God! Don't even.
Where are the webs going?
What are they touching? Ah!
He tries to get Dave back.
Yeah, so I accidentally, I think, somehow blocked him.
What?
I'm trying to find where to unblock him, because this was not my intention at all. It was just for comedic effect.
Children.
And it's like, choose the undo thing. And I'm like,
Where's the undo?
yeah, I'm, okay.
Okay, one question. It's not a spoiler because it's in the trailer, but I do have a question. Is that Jason Todd's outfit?
Well, so
Is
it
that
looks
why
like
Bruce
it looks like
is
it.
so sad?
So it looks like Batman leaves Gotham and goes to Metropolis, and in the meantime, Joker runs wild after having killed Robin. And
Oh, killed Robin already. He's a dick.
yeah, well, so I could give two cares less, because
They're trying to make Bruce even more emotional and even more angry and
yeah,
even
but
more
here's the
brooding.
thing: these are not the characters that I tune in to watch for.
You're not tuning in. You're just going to the movie theater and watching it.
You know what I mean. I mean, I don't care, because these are not. It's not Superman and it's not Batman.
No, it's two people dressed up like Superman and Batman.
That are not the people that we know and love, and we're gonna get Batman's friggin' origin story yet again, as proved by this trailer.
Well, sort of. Oh wait, no, yeah, we are.
And
Yeah.
what the heck
In
is
a
up with
flashback.
the World War I aviator costume? That looks like Owlman.
Oh, people were talking about that might be
Desert Storm Batman too.
It might be a premonition because the soldiers have an S on their
Oh, jeez.
jacket thing, so they think it's a premonition saying that if this war doesn't stop now, that's how bad it's going to get. And that's why a certain person in the trailer is like, hey, you guys, I had a premonition. Chill, or this will happen.
I didn't block him, damn it.
That's how much you care.
In the meantime, Mark is working desperately to fix the flux
man.
capacitor that runs.
By the
blue.
way, as soon as I saw the Suicide Squad trailer, I was way more excited for that.
No. We'll save that for Video Veg.
Oh,
We're
okay.
only allowed to talk about this one because we had a request from our Patreon subscriber.
From a paying customer.
So we're going to talk about this. So, anyways, short form version is that
I'll go watch it, but I am like, ah.
I think I'm going to Man of Steel this one and not see it in the theaters like I did not with Man of Steel.
I can't. It's a movie. I'm gonna go watch it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I won't see it in theaters. I mean, I haven't even seen Inside Out or Jurassic World yet, so I can't justify going to see this.
I'm gonna
I just saw
laugh so
Minions,
hard.
So
That's got to be awesome. Is it awesome or is it eh?
it's not the same.
Wow! So the trailer really did.
Wait, what are we talking about?
Minions.
Oh.
We
should not talk about movies anymore. That is the Video Veg.
I'm gonna watch Ant-Man tomorrow.
Yes, I'm looking forward to that. Yes.
That's a great video game movie.
So yes, Matt, why don't you tell us some of the news of what's going on while I continue to unblock Dave.
All right, I will endeavor to reveal the truth. As has been the tradition for Sony, we'll talk about Sony for a bit here. There is another sale going on. I'm beginning to think that it's just going to be perpetual sales from this
I think
point on.
it's the dry season for games, so they're just like, those new games you got? Nope. Here are some older ones you've been looking at. Sale.
Yeah, and this one is called the Knockout Sale. Up to 60% off for non-Plus members, up to 75% off for Plus members. That is an up to. Similarly to the previous ones of this same thread, it ends on Monday, July 20th. It includes games for both PS4, for all of the systems, PS4, PS3, Vita, as well as movies. And any of the Vita games that are also PSP games, it'll also work with your old dusty PSP, which if you're like me, you have sitting right here.
It's charging.
So there's several games. You can go onto the PlayStation blog and take a look at it. But it's just everything from Guilty Gear to Mortal Kombat, Combat X to Blaze Blue to something called Girl Fight. Digimon All Star Rumble for the PS3 is on this list. So,
Oh wow, Street
JoJo's
Fighter
Bizarre
Alpha
All-Star
3,
Adventure.
Street Fighter 3, Third Strike, Soul Calibur 5.
Yeah, so there's a bunch of stuff on there. If you're interested in taking a look at that, hit up the PlayStation blog and take a look. Also, a similar thread, there was a leak of what looks to be another flash sale that will happen this weekend. I think it's this weekend. Where is it? Friday until July 20th. Yeah, so that'd be this weekend. There is a fairly extensive list of games. It's all sci-fi themed. So, for example, for PlayStation 4, you've got Alien Isolation, Borderlands: The Handsome Collection, Final Horizon, Geometry Wars, Jamestown Plus, Pixel Junk Shooter, Race the Sun, if you didn't get that under Plus, Star Wall, Star Narwhals, Super Motherload, The Swapper, Titan Attacks. Several of these are actually titles that you could have gotten for a plus if you had been a member when those came out, but if you didn't, here's a chance to get them. PlayStation 3 has a grip of games, including the entire Red Faction, every Red Faction that's out on for it, all 3 Mass Effects, Crysis 2, all kinds of stuff. And then also similarly for Vita, there's a fairly good, and it does, any of the ones that are cross-buy, it does support. So if you buy it for one platform, you get it for the other platforms that it's available for too. So Sony keeps throwing the sales at us. It's almost like the number of dungeons that you get thrown at you in FFRK. It just doesn't ever seem to end. So, since I'm not getting interrupted, I'm assuming Mark's still busy. Destiny. Can't go a week without talking about Destiny for at least a little bit besides Nick's perpetual updates of not getting the platinum.
Oh, he didn't get the platinum? I thought he was going to get the platinum this time.
No, he's never going to get the platinum.
Mm.
So Destiny decided that they needed another community manager. So they went and they hired the user Cosmo, who was the head of the Destiny subreddit on Reddit. Since I hate the Reddit user interface, I never use it, so I don't go on there. So I don't know anything about Cosmo, but he will join the existing community manager Deej in a support that they're expecting to get a much larger reaction or much larger interaction with the
much larger reaction when Deej said something wrong.
Yeah, that's I kind of wondered if that wasn't part of that they're trying to edge him out, but that's not what they're saying so far, at least. But when they get the Taken King, they're expecting a surge of need for a community manager. It wouldn't surprise me to find out that Cosmo does more of the forward-facing stuff, and Deej is more relegated to background stuff. But we'll see.
Other news that's going on, Prototype and Prototype 2 got a stealth release for both the Xbox One and the PS4. So, the Xbox One got it a little bit earlier last week, but then the PlayStation 4 got it this week. You can get both of them for a bundle of $49.99. Comes with, quote, full HD rendering, improved frame rate, and higher resolution textures and effects to showcase our crappy story, end quote.
Yeah, I can't. I don't know that I can really recommend it for that price.
$50 for both games.
Yeah, and they're saying that Activision says there's a plan to sell the 2 titles individually starting August 11th.
I mean, the first one was fun from you want to run around and pretend you're Venom and break some stuff and climb around buildings and stuff for a while. But overall, the game was not good. I mean, I know Dave, since he's not here, I know that was his go-to Smash game for a while. That was his, just go in and you had a bad day and you rip stuff up and you blow up people and you rip up cars and you destroy the same hive 20 times over, and then you stop playing. I don't know if you ever got more than 10% through the actual storyline of the game. But the storyline is horrible. The voice acting is horrible. The script is horrible, and a lot of the game mechanics are that same, Spider-Man balloon issue where the same hive reappears over and over and over and over and over again. There's never any sense of accomplishment in the city, even though it is a pretty wide, free-roaming, open city. So. That's a bit steep. I wouldn't have expected it to be that much because that's not that big of a franchise.
No.
In me humblest of opinions, lads.
Matt, what else is going on this week in the week's news?
Oh gosh.
Stuff.
Let's see. Stuff that in a thing that I thought was already dead. Today marks the death of PlayStation Mobile. I had no idea.
I thought it was dead too.
But apparently today, July 15th, was the actual death date of being able to purchase or download new content that was supported under the PlayStation Mobile platform. Anything you have previously purchased or in-app purchases will still be active through September 10th of this year. After which point it will go completely dark and be up to whenever you finally decide you really need to delete that thing off to make room for something else, or your device dies of logic gate overuse death. So PlayStation Mobile was an interesting venture. It could have really worked out well. Sadly, it didn't. There were some nice little gems on the platform. And it was nice to see that they were trying to move beyond just the dedicated handheld to try to bleed into some other markets. I know that one zombie game I played for days trying to get all the levels to 3 stars or whatever the rating method for that one was. But there were some nice little gems in there, and there was a lot of garbage in there. But it is no more.
Dang.
Let's see.
Carl, do you have any news?
I haven't seen anything. You guys are covering it all, I was going to say. And about some sales, but that already went by.
My Pokemon story made it on a Kotaku article. Oh.
Wow.
It's kind of didn't expect it to, but apparently there were two stories like mine. But mine got picked because I was the one who was very bored at work, and I outlined every detail.
Wow.
Yeah.
You and Mark must work for the same masters. Has anybody watched the Conversations with Creators, the new Will Wheaton Sony thing that came out last week? Last week was Bungie, and this week is Naughty Dog. I haven't.
No.
That sounds awesome.
Just curious if anyone had started digging into those or not yet. But yeah, we're on episode 2, I think of 10, if I remember correctly. And this week was a Naughty Dog. So I don't know exactly how long they are, but again, obviously, Will Wheaton is a bit of a fan favorite. Does seem to be kind of whoring himself out recently, but we'll see. I haven't watched the episodes yet to see exactly what they have or what they're saying or how they're handled. So I was hoping somebody else had so we could get kind of a feed on them, but that probably won't happen until after Game of Thrones gets done being watched, so it'll be at least a few more days.
I saw that, and I actually purchased, quote unquote, them, but I have not had a chance to open.
Yeah, they're free. They're free, right? They're not free with Plus.
They're free.
They're completely free. I think they're on YouTube too. Ready? They're on YouTube also, not just the PlayStation platform where you can watch them from. We know, and this isn't new, but there's been some shifting around of people and different groups to make this Uber team that's coming together to make the new Visceral Star Wars game. So the former Ubisoft producer Jade Raymond is opening a new studio called Motive Studio, which will be working with operating out of Montreal, Quebec, and it's part of the EA development team that will be working with Visceral to work on the yet untitled, undescribed, unknown Star Wars game, other than it's basically Uncharted Star Wars edition. So that's not new news, but it's another shifting around of personnel that have been basically acquired to work on this game. And with that, I am officially out of news tabs.
You have the announcement of Rock Band songs.
Oh yes, new Rock Band songs.
Yeah.
Where I don't have that one up. Let's see, what was there? Dang it.
Foo Fighters was one of them, I thought.
Foo Fighters,
No.
The Cure, and I don't have the list.
I think there was a. Dang it. I think there was a Paramore song in the list.
There was a Paramore song that I'd never heard of in the list. Absolutely correct.
I have heard of it, but let me Googles, don't fail me now.
Oh, Google always never fails you.
No, Google fails me a lot because I suck at Googling apparently.
You suck at Googling. You just type in what you want. It gives it
You
to
know,
Really
I
You
don't
can't
know.
drive by map either.
Hey,
We talk about this on a regular
I-
basis.
can drive by map if it's set up right.
Uh-huh.
It's a map. As long as it's facing the right
It
direction.
depends
it's set up
on
properly.
where it is on the screen
He can't
and
drive
how
by
it
minimap.
reacts to the movie.
He can't drive by minimap, and he really can't drive by map.
I
Mini-map.
can, and I have. You've witnessed it. It just depends on the layout. It is not my strongest thing in the universe to do. It's like that. That was an old Rock Band 4 update. Why would it give me an old Rock Band 4 update? Why?
Because you probably typed in old Rock Band 4 update.
No. And fuck you.
Hey, family show. Hello. One of the interesting things is obviously we saw Deep Silver was working on Dead Island 2.
Yeah.
Dead Island 2 obviously it ran into some production delays because it was supposed to be out, and then it got pushed back. And in the meantime, a little game called Dying Light came out, did very well because it was amazing. Well, Deep Silver, it turns out, has ditched one of the reasons people were so interested in it in the first place. And you may ask what that item was, and the answer is that with Dead Island 2, Deep Silver announced this in a press release. Deep Silver has always been dedicated to delivering the sequel that Dead Island fans deserve. After careful consideration, today we announced the decision to part ways with development partner Jaeger. So most of the people were there because that was the team that made it fun. And now this game, I'm pretty sure this game's going to end up canceled.
No.
It's already been pushed back to a 2016 release window, but the game sounds boring compared to what you can do in Dying Light. I just don't see what the game is and how this far into it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where that game goes from here.
I really enjoyed the first installment of it. I thought it had a lot of possibility, and they were kind of like dipping their toes in the water. Just, well, what if this works? What if this works? And now I thought with Dead Island 2, they really have a chance to fine-tune all the things that people liked and basically throw away all the crap people don't like. Like, after a while, one character was basically just a stomp machine. That's all it did. That's all he did. And they had a lot of potential. I liked Dead Island. I enjoyed it. And I enjoyed the Easter eggs and the secrets, too. I thought that was awesome. That was so cool. And then the item rarity, they had a lot of good points. So I was excited for Dead Island 2. If Dead Island 2 goes away and all I have left is Riptide, You're leaving a bad taste in my mouth. Don't do that.
One of the other things that I've seen pop up on multiple different outlets this last week is everybody's getting hands-on time with Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5, the return to form of the skating franchise game in years and years.
AKA forget about Underground at all.
Right. And every single outlet so far that I have looked at is saying the exact same thing that I thought the first time I saw it. It looks like a PlayStation 2 game.
Are they just waiting on graphics?
Yeah, or is that just in like beta?
No. They are showing it off and saying, this is, I think the launch date is, I want to say it's
Maybe
early
they're
next
playing
year?
so hard off of nostalgia that they wanted even the graphics to match.
Yeah, and you can have up to 14 people in a skate park now. Yay, that sounds fun.
Oh my gosh, 14.
Sounds pretty fun, actually.
So
See a lot of people running into each other and stuff.
I'm looking up to see if they does have the
Tony
date
Hawk.
listed, but
I did find the song list too, by the way.
Demolition Derby.
Eventually.
Tony Hawk bumper skates.
Yeah, I'll play it.
yeah. So basically, let's see if it's got the release date here.
Do the slow-mo hit. Grand Theft Auto. Wasted. Be awesome.
You jump on people, it actually makes them pass out or knocks them off.
It's expected to release October 2nd of this year.
This year.
So basically nothing's going to change.
Yeah, nothing's going to change. I mean, the graphics look flat. I mean, the characters look polygonal at times. It does not look anywhere where
it's playing off the nostalgia.
I don't know how you can know whether they want more than one wife or not with that look at. But
feedback on Activision's YouTube channel ranged from EA, please announce Skate 4, to all those years I've been waiting for this. No, just no.
Why?
I actually really enjoyed Skate. I mean, using the thumbsticks as a foot each, that was neat.
So yeah, I miss the meat. What was the mode? Meat
grinder?
No, it's not meat grinder. It's you would basically propel yourself off things, and you get the most points for doing the most amount of damage to your body. It would give you the.
It was the target thing.
It was called meat something.
Meat darts.
No.
Meat bag, meat sack, meat the pavement.
Meat the pavement. 1, 2, and 3. I can't think of it, but anyways, most fun. We would get together and drink and do that, and you could never do it without spewing your alcohol everywhere. It's hilarious. Probably one of the other best pieces of news is that I have been worried about No Man's Sky for a very technical reason.
Oh, I want to hear this.
So the technical thing that I have been thinking about for a while and very concerned with is that if Turo flies to a planet and discovers it first, he gets to name it.
Hey, Planet Dick.
That's exactly what I have been afraid of this entire time.
Penis,
yes,
Planet Dick.
Yes, etc.
Et cetera. Yeah.
You've made my point, yes.
Yeah.
And so it turns out that...
I'm sorry, this planet name has been taken.
Yeah, Hello Games has apparently thought about this as well, and he says the first person to the planet will probably be the person who discovers it. If they do, they can go to a beacon and upload that information, and you upload that you found it, and you get to name it as well. Once you upload it, if another player comes here and they're online, they'll see the name. Probably some terribly crude name. So he goes on to state that there will be a naming filter, but the human race is very ingenious. They find a way. Life
Numbers
finds a way.
Genitals.
They will always find a way to write the name of genitals for a planet. That will be the name people will see, and it's not just for planet. It's for creatures. Discoveries like types of ships, types of weapons. All of them are procedure, and all of them have their own name.
What
So-
was the game? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I'm sure somebody's going to ASCII art something for the name of something
God,
to
ASCII
get around
art.
to get around the naming filter. And frustrating, but at the same time hilarious. So
You're both pissed off and
yeah,
in awe at the same time.
This game is going to be the end of me. I swear to God.
Oh man, that's already awesome.
I can't find how to bring Dave back. I'm just giving up at this point. I'm sorry, Dave.
Poor
Oh.
Dave.
It was a joke that has
Gone
gone horribly
awry.
wrong. Horribly, horribly wrong. We've both
That
been
never
looking at this.
happens.
Yeah, we've both been looking at this, and apparently after you eject someone from a Google Hangout, they cannot rejoin.
Google's putting the hammer down on people.
I guess. So yeah.
With an invite and everything.
Tiny
Dang.
members can't rejoin.
Yeah, you inviting him doesn't work. Nothing works.
Did you want me to run down the track list that came out?
Yeah,
in that
please
quick?
do.
The track list that was announced. Oh, again, this is just 11 more. This is not the full list. This is not inclusive of the previous list that came out. But it's Aerosmith, Toys in the Attic, The Cure, Friday I'm in Love, which will be sung many, many, many times.
Yes.
Dream Theater, Metropolis,
I
Part
don't know.
1.
Monday is
Miracle
a
on
heart
the Sleeper.
attack.
What?
Monday is a heart attack.
Yeah.
Oh jeez.
Foo Fighters, The Feast and the Famine, Judas Priest, Halls of Valhalla, Live, All Over You, The Outfield, Your Love, which I'll be honest, I'm sure I know that song, but I cannot think of it to save my life. Ozzy Osbourne, Miracle Man, Paramore, Still Into You, which is one of their newer songs.
I was gonna say.
St. Vincent, Birth in Reverse. I don't even think I've ever heard of that, so I have no idea what that is. And Van Morrison, Brown Eyed Girl, which if my wife has anything to say about, will be played a lot also. So those were the updated, those were the new tracks that were announced. Again, there's still more tracks coming out. We still don't know what the 30 some odd bonus tracks you'll get if you pre-order on Amazon. So there's more to come. And they also released a video on TechCrunch of the freestyle solo mode. So where you have more freedom in the guitar solos, similar to what they did with the free range drums. There you go. They're just gonna walk out in the field and chew on grass.
It's crazy. Except you're supposed to go in like you learn patterns over time. It's weird.
No, that's on the drums, yeah.
That's on the drums, and then with the guitar, there's actually kind of like go down now, go up now kind of mechanic. It seems like without actually doing it, it's kind of hard to tell. So it gives you. So you can't fail though. You can't fail. You get scored, and you get scored if you do well relative to whatever it's trying to tell you to do. But you can't fail if you just want to hold down one button and just strum endlessly through the solo. You don't fail. You just don't score well.
Well, that's a fail in my book because you're not really doing a guitar solo. But anyway.
But you can turn it off and do the classic where you follow the notes exactly as they're prescribed.
Huh.
You can do that for the drums too. You don't have to do the new drum style. You can turn that off and play the old style where you just animal smash and hit the
Fun
green
stuff.
one.
So Ken Masters was announced for Street Fighter V. They showed his first
With a
trailer.
completely new look.
Not only completely new look, but completely new moveset. He is no longer a Ken clone. He is a very aggressive, in-your-face, fiery fighter. So that looks very interesting. And then the other thing that I wanted to, or a final update of the week for Konami Watch. It turns out that the Japanese voice actor of Snake went on Twitter and says that Kojima's Productions is officially disbanded.
Ooh.
And they released the box art for Metal Gear Solid 5, and Kojima's name is nowhere on it.
Yeah, I saw that.
The Kojima Productions logo is completely gone.
Completely gone.
Really? That's
So-
weird. Isn't that like a curse or something?
Yes, it's a curse, and until The Witcher comes and removes the source of the curse, it will haunt Kojima forever.
What if it's a game you can actually follow and understand?
Then
No, don't talk-
it wouldn't
don't
be
talk.
Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah, don't talk
Exactly.
nonsense. Don't talk nonsense.
So yeah, that's what we have for news. No reader mail. Let's put this to bed early because I feel bad because Dave's not here because I kicked him off the podcast for saying that Superman versus Batman could be good. He's saying that he was saying it about Final Fantasy, so I don't understand because we weren't talking about Final Fantasy.
No, we weren't.
So I think he's just trolling me. But that's all right because I feel bad enough as it is for having kicked him from the podcast and he can't come back.
How do I hit the uneject seat?
I know.
Uneject seat.
I've literally been
Come back!
scouring
Come back!
the Google message boards, and it's like, you should undo. What undo? Where? Where is there an undo to kick somebody? Anyways, yeah, whatever. So, starting at the far left, final thoughts, Turo.
Play more Batman, watch Ant-Man tomorrow, and then play more video games. Well, no. Yeah, do that.
Matt?
I hope to finally play this Dice Masters game this weekend, so hopefully I'll have something to say about that next week.
Which Dice Masters game?
Well, I brought the Justice League one, but I mean the system's the same for.
Oh, the Dice Master game. Oh, I'm like, what video game is he talking about?
No,
Dice
the
Master.
actual physical game.
Yes,
You
I'm
have
with
to
you.
like sit down with real people and use stuff.
You stuff.
Okay. Nick, what about you?
Pray for me in Destiny. I'm trying to get my final stuff, and then I'm gonna be. Once I get this final trophy, I promise you guys, I'll put it down forever. And other than that, I got an interview.
Uh-huh.
I have an interview on Friday for a possible game software engineer position.
Congrats.
Congrats.
Scary. Okay.
Happy thoughts?
Yeah, trying.
Rocket League. Get it for free on
I downloaded
PS4. Play it.
Downloaded it.
Play it with me. Feel free. Balt is my BALTH is my username on PSN. Happy to play with you. And in typical tradition, what happens when you witness a shipwreck?
What happens
When
when
you
what?
What happens when you witness a shipwreck?
You become
Yeah, it's something to.
witness, sail, water. When you become a wind waker? No.
No, good try.
Nah.
I'm not sure, but you just have to let it sink in.
Oh, it's
Until
terrible.
next week, game on!
Yeah.
Come on.